welcome to Chapter Skip. I'm Sean.
And I'm Joe, and we're bringing you movie reviews with a twist.
And today we're looking at the movie The Wolf of Wall Street.
Legendary director Martin Scorsese has teamed up with Leonardo DiCaprio once more.
And this time it's to bring us the drug-fueled black comedy spectacle, The Wolf of Wall Street. Now, for those of you who are new to film, or have maybe lived in a cave for the past 4 decades, Martin Scorsese is responsible for some of the greatest movies to ever hit the big screens, with such pictures as Goodfellas, Raging Bull, and Taxi Driver, to name just a few.
And this is his first full-length feature film since 2011's Hugo.
The plot for The Wolf of Wall Street comes from the memoirs of Jordan Belfort, who was a convicted fraudster in relation to stock market manipulation. He's also a former motivational speaker. The movie has taken pieces of Jordan Belfort's escapades on Wall Street from his memoirs as well as articles written about him in Forbes magazine.
Playing the lovable rogue is Leonardo DiCaprio, who is no stranger to big Hollywood blockbusters.
Having starred in The Great Gatsby last year, as well as Django Unchained, Inception, and of course his most famous role, the one where the boat sinks like the Titanic, but I can't for the life of me think what the movie was called.
The film was released here in the UK on the 17th of January.
So Joe and I decided to go on a little mandate without Mark to catch this flick. Mainly because we know that Mark isn't a fan of Hollywood films, plus this film is really long. It clocks in at 180 minutes or 3 hours to you and me. So if you're thinking of heading out to the pictures to watch this, just be aware, you'll be in the cinema for a very long time.
Saying that though, this 3-hour film didn't seem that long as time passed pretty quickly.
Jonah Hill stars alongside DiCaprio as Danny Azoff, who hooks up with Belfort after the infamous Black Monday stock market crash in '87. The two of them form their very own stockbrokers company called Stratton Oakmont. They make a crap ton of money, partake in a boatload of drugs and have crazy sex with a lot of women. And that's just at work. In their personal lives they spend a crap ton of money, partake in a boatload of drugs, and you get the idea.
Of course, all the money-making, lavish parties and craziness is going to bring some unwanted attention.
In fact, it caught the attention of the FBI. So, after questioning Belfort about his practices in the stock market game, the Stratton Oakmont team decide that their money will be safer elsewhere. Maybe someplace that the FBI can't get their hands on it. So they fly over to Switzerland and place their millions of dollars in an infamous Swiss bank account. Now, getting the money over to Switzerland is a different matter, but the crew, with the help of their friend Brad and his lady friend's family, come up with a stupid but clever way to get the dosh into Switzerland. Right, are we all ready for our holiday then, Joe?
Yeah, my bag's all packed.
Bring the passports.
Check.
Awesome. Right, it looks like you're packed. Where's my bag?
You said just bring the passport.
What am I going to do if I haven't got a bag?
But it won't fit in my bag, I'm afraid. You could always carry it.
I can't carry all this stuff. What am I going to do, Joe? Come on.
I suppose you can always wear it and put your other bits in your pockets or something.
Suppose so, but you're going to have to help me, alright?
Okay.
Right, help me put this on, Joe. Right. Can you do this? Squeeze in. Well, I hope that's everything. I haven't got any more pockets left.
Sean, you forgot your deodorant, mate. And there's only one space left. It's not your mouth.
Do you mean in there?
I'm afraid so.
Okay. Help me up. Right. If we're gonna do this, let's do it properly.
Okay. Alright, brace yourself.
Okay.
That wasn't too painful, was it?
I barely felt a thing, actually.
Why would you feel a thing? It's not as if it was a tight squeeze or anything. Come on, let's go.
Jordan and his fellow cash swindlers can't sustain the life of partying, having sex and making money without the help of a few pharmaceuticals.
Which we'll get into later. Well, not literally, Sean. Maybe.
Anyways, pride also takes a massive part in Jordan's operation, as he can't seem to step away from his lavish lifestyle, and after being convinced to step down from the day-to-day proceedings by his parents, Jordan begins to give one of the best speeches in film history. I mean, even we were getting pumped up after hearing him talk, but we had no drugs, no hookers or money, so we just sat down quietly and continued to watch the movie.
Okay, let's get down to talking about drugs, guys. Drugs are bad and kind.
You know it, I know it, Joe knows it, so we're not exactly endorsing the use of drugs at all, but to talk about this film, we have to talk about drugs. As we've mentioned, the crew at Stratton Oakmont like to party, and this includes narcotics and women. Sometimes separate, often at the same time. One such substance is called Quaaludes, or as they refer to it in the movie, Ludes. Now, after receiving some bad news, Donnie manages to acquire himself a very special, powerful brand of Ludes, and after taking said Ludes, Belfort has a somewhat too relaxed experience with these powerful muscle relaxants.
Which mainly results in him crawling across the floor like a big baby.
I thought I told you to bring the passports, Joe.
I did, didn't I?
At least thought you'd bring your own.
Well, you said just bring yours. I was only going by what you said.
How are we going to do now?
Got an idea. You do this.
Where'd you get that from?
Well, one of those interrogate me. I nabbed it from one of the rooms.
Nice, I bet that's some hardcore stuff. Hate to break it to you, Joe. This wasn't actually cocaine, it was sugarcane. You must have stolen it from the cafeteria at the airport.
Oh, what? I wouldn't go in there for a while. Turns out it's hard to aim when you think you're on drugs. Okay, let's stop talking about drugs and get down to the cold hard facts.
Was this film any good, and is it worth you spending your hard-earned cash on it? Well, in a word, yes. For starters, you're getting your money's worth because you'll be in theatres for around 3 hours, coupled with the fact that the movie tells a very interesting story but manages to be hilarious, cohesive and entertaining all the way through. It's obvious that Leo DiCaprio is the main star of the movie, and going by his apparent $10 million pay packet, he's the reason for most people watching it. But I would have to say that the standout performance has to be that of the chunky, buck-toothed partner of DiCaprio, Jonah Hill.
And as we all know, he's hilarious in most of the roles he plays, but this one is a different kind of funny.
Another thing that I loved about this movie is that it's pretty unrelenting. There's this trend around Hollywood to make movies that are family friendly, or will appeal to a large audience, or generally be quite bland because of wanting it to be successful.
And Martin Scorsese has took the book on how to direct and thrown it out the window.
As in this movie, you're rooting for a money-grabbing, cheating, lying, crooked, drug-taking anti-hero. Not to mention, it's a bloody long movie, and it boasts that it's noted for being the drama film with the word f***, said most in cinematic history. What the f*** you say to that, Joe?
Yeah.
Leo DiCaprio has come a long way since that boat movie I can't really remember the name of. And it seems like ever since Inception, people are really taking notice. And rightfully so. He was fantastic in this film. Come to think of it, the whole cast were. Now there's too many highlights in this 3-hour epic to note on, but if you want to see a good movie with good acting and good direction, then go ahead and watch something like Gravity, as this movie takes all other films by the neck, kicks them in the balls, calls them a faggot, and then snorts copious amounts of drugs off his lifeless body. Go and watch this. You won't regret it.
Drenched in alcohol and drugs and set in the murky money-obsessed 80s and 90s of Wall Street, plus backed by an early blues soundtrack, this film set the tone nicely and had me gripped to the bitter end. Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese, you've done a fantastic job. This film is absolutely brilliant.
Thanks for watching this movie review for The Wolf of Wall Street. If you agree or disagree with us here at Chapter Skip, then please discuss below. You can also post your thoughts on Facebook or over on Twitter. Don't forget to use #ChapterSkip. If you found this video funny, entertaining and or insightful, then please subscribe to our channel for regular videos on Wednesdays and Saturdays. Oh, and before you go, please like this video. Thanks.
Legendary bollocks.
Or have been living in a cave. So, if you're thinking out, watch this.
And this is his first full-length feature since 2011's film thing.
Memoirs, and as well as articles written about him in fourth man. Yeah.
Playing the lovable rogue is Leonardo DiCaprio,
Who hooks up with Belfort after the infamous Black Monday is a different matter, but with the help of the crew and their
Ah!
That's so